Archangel Michael says, a piercing silence filled the room after the last word was shouted. Something inside them cracked, not from anger, but from the unbearable pressure that had been building. This wasn't just a disagreement, it was a moment that changed everything, and it's connected directly to you. The person you care about has just gone through a conversation that left scars, not on their body, but on their soul. Their voice trembled as they tried to explain how deeply you meant to them, but every word they spoke was shut down by the very people who should have protected their heart. Behind closed doors, their own blood turned against your name. There's something you don't know, they weren't just arguing over feelings. A truth that has been hidden for years finally erupted, and your name was woven into it in ways you could never expect. Someone in their family revealed something dangerous, and they were forced to choose between love and loyalty. Archangel Michael says, in the middle of the chaos, they walked away with tears burning down their cheeks. The air was heavy, like the sky just before a thunderstorm, and the weight of what they now know has already started shaping their next step toward you. But someone in that house doesn't want them to come near you again. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The truth is darker than it seems. One of their relatives has been hiding a secret that could ruin lives. The reason they are trying to keep this person away from you is because your connection would unravel everything they've tried to cover for years. They cried not because they were weak, but because they were being torn between their heart and a legacy of lies. They know something now, something dangerous that was meant to stay buried. And yet, despite the fear and the warning, your name was the one they whispered when they asked, "But what if I love them?" There's a reason your paths keep crossing, and it's not coincidence. Their heart knows your energy, your presence, your truth. But this dangerous truth has fangs, and someone in their family is prepared to strike if they don't obey. They were given an ultimatum: cut you off or lose everything. And in that moment, their soul screamed while their lips stayed silent. But they didn't choose silence forever. Type Amen to get blessing 888. A day has been marked in their memory. The day the fight happened is now the day they made a vow. Even if the world turns against them, they would find a way to reach you, because the truth that was revealed has only made their love for you stronger. You're not just someone who crossed their path. You're someone who showed them light in the middle of generational shadows. And now, a shift has begun, an energy awakening that cannot be silenced. They are coming to you, but not as they were before. They are carrying knowledge, warnings, and a fierce need to protect you from what was once unseen. But every step they take is being watched, and the ones closest to them are plotting another attempt to control their heart. Archangel Michael says, the crying didn't stop when the argument ended. They cried in the bathroom. They cried into their pillow. They cried silently on the way to work, their hands shaking because their world had just been shattered. Type Amen to get blessing 271. You are being guided to hold space right now. Do not reach out just yet, because something is unfolding on the other side. A confession, a voice message, or even a handwritten letter is about to come through, and it carries weight. The dangerous truth involves a woman who has been manipulating their thoughts since childhood. She planted doubts about love, shame around emotions, and fear around freedom. And when your name came up, it triggered her worst fear, losing control over them. You are their peace, but you are also their rebellion. Being with you means they finally get to live for themselves, not for someone else's pride or power. And that's what sparked the storm inside their home. Someone is watching your connection. Someone who has access to phones, records, and even spiritual paths. They are not just against you, they are threatened by the healing power you bring. Type Amen to get blessing 492. The argument left deep bruises on their spirit. But what came after was even worse. A pact was made behind their back, to separate you by any means necessary. This isn't just about love. It's about bloodlines, inheritances, spiritual gifts, and things that most people wouldn't believe unless they lived through it. But you're about to get a glimpse of that world, and it's not going to be easy. They are preparing something in secret. It's risky. But they know that if they don't act now, you might be lost to them forever. You might notice odd messages, unsent calls, or deleted social media activity. That's not a mistake. That's them trying to reach you while protecting you at the same time. Type Amen to get blessing 640. A woman with sharp words and cold eyes is the center of this disruption. She has lied about you. She has blamed you for things you didn't even know were being said. And now, she is trying to erase you from their life entirely. But Archangel Michael says, your energy is too strong to be erased. You left a mark on their soul that no gossip can touch. Even when they're forced into silence, their heart still calls out for you. This dangerous truth is about a betrayal that runs deep. Documents, past dealings, and a theft that happened years ago, it's all connected. And your presence threatens to expose it all. That's why their family demanded a choice. They didn't want love to ruin a perfectly built illusion. But the illusion is already crumbling, and you are the light that's helping reveal what's underneath. Type Amen to get blessing 119. There's a spiritual war going on around this person. But you are protected, and so are they. Even though the tears fell, even though the pain echoed, they made a vow. They will not let go of you easily. There's a room in their house that now feels like a prison. Every time they step inside, they remember the words thrown at them, the names they were called, the threats that came wrapped in silence. But in that same room, they also feel your presence, a soft whisper reminding them they are not alone. A day is coming when you will meet again. But before that, they must break through this final layer of manipulation. And that requires strength they didn't know they had, until your love gave it to them. They carry a secret now. And it's time for that secret to be exposed. Type Amen to get blessing 557. You're going to receive a message, but it won't be obvious. It may come through a mutual friend, or a dream, or even a moment of strange timing. But it will be real, and it will carry the weight of everything they couldn't say during the fight. You need to prepare yourself emotionally. Because once the truth is out, everything around you will shift. People you once trusted may be revealed to have played a part in this drama without your knowledge. Archangel Michael says, you are being watched not just by those who want to harm, but also by those who are protecting. A divine team is surrounding you, whispering clarity and shielding you from unnecessary pain. But you must listen closely now. Your intuition is no longer just a guide. It's a lifeline. Every strange feeling, every sudden shiver, pay attention. It means the truth is moving closer. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Someone is panicking now. They know the decision is being made. They feel the grip loosening. And your presence, even from afar, is becoming unbearable to them. This means you're closer than ever to what was meant for you. The person who cried after that fight is now packing away emotional weight. Every memory, every warning, every lie, they are starting to separate it from their truth. And they are choosing you, even if it breaks them first. Their heart is trembling, but not from fear. From anticipation. They are finally reclaiming their life. The path they take to you may not be straight, but it will be sure. And when they reach you, they will carry a story only you were meant to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There's a name they were warned never to say again. Your name. It now echoes through their house like a curse and a prophecy all at once. But what they didn't expect is that your name holds power. When they speak it in their heart, things around them start to shift. Locked doors begin to creak open, secrets begin to slip, and eyes that once ignored now watch with fear. You must understand something vital: they were not raised in freedom. Their love was born inside a cage. And you are the only one who ever handed them the key. They're still crying, but this time, the tears are not from fear. These tears are cleansing them. Every drop that falls is shedding the old control they were trapped in. Type Amen to get blessing 922. A dangerous truth was whispered during that fight, and it left them stunned. They were told about a history of deceit, manipulation, and a betrayal committed years ago, something that connects directly to your family. That truth was meant to divide you forever. But instead of pulling them away, it has only pulled them closer to you. They now see that your love is not a coincidence. You were divinely placed in their life to help them see through the illusions. A family member screamed that being with you would destroy everything. But in their heart, they heard the opposite. Being with you will finally build something real. They're planning something now. It's risky. It involves stepping away from everything they've ever known and choosing love over fear. Type Amen to get blessing 456. They're terrified, but brave. They've started writing down what was said that night. Each word, each phrase, each truth. They know this is no longer just emotional, it's spiritual. You were chosen to walk beside them as they break generational chains. But before that, they must confront someone who knows exactly how to manipulate them. Someone who used love as a weapon and silence as control. There's a box hidden in that house, one filled with old letters, receipts, and evidence. Your name is in that box, not once, but many times. And when it's finally opened, everything will make sense. Archangel Michael says, what they are about to do may cost them relationships. But it will restore their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 711. They heard someone in the family say, we'd rather lose you than let you stay connected to that person. That person was you. And those words broke something in them forever. They realized in that moment that some people only love what they can control. But you? You love them for who they really are, not who they're expected to be. This is no ordinary love. This is a love that brings transformation. And the moment they cried after the argument, was the moment they finally chose truth over comfort. They want to run to you. They want to knock on your door, hold your hand, and tell you everything. But there are still things they must break through. Type Amen to get blessing 194. Someone from their past has re-entered the picture, trying to pull them back into old patterns. They offered fake comfort, shallow solutions, and false hope. But your person saw through it. Because of you, they've started to see the difference between real and illusion. Between love and control. Between safety and bondage. They may go silent for a few days. That's because they are gathering strength. Planning their move. Preparing their words. When they speak next, it will be powerful. It will be real. And it will carry the weight of every emotion they held back during the argument. Type Amen to get blessing 618. They keep replaying that moment in their mind. The way the room went cold. The way someone pointed their finger and screamed your name like it was poison. But they no longer hear poison. They hear peace. They're dreaming of you now. At night, your energy wraps around them like warmth in winter. They see flashes of your face, hear your laughter in quiet rooms, and feel you reaching out. Your souls are already merging again, beyond time and space. That's why their family is restless. Because your reunion is divine, and no earthly barrier can truly stop what's coming. Archangel Michael says, the angelic realm is shifting timelines to help bring this together. But both of you must stay steady. Type Amen to get blessing 837. The moment they make contact, don't interrupt. Just listen. Their words will be hard to say. Painful, even. But they're coming to you with raw honesty, not polished perfection. They will speak of betrayals, of fears, of confessions that might break your heart, but also heal it. Because when someone risks everything to tell you the truth, they are showing you the highest form of love. You will see them in a new way. Stronger. Braver. Real. This dangerous truth has tested them, but it has also awakened them. And now, they are no longer who they were before the argument. Type Amen to get blessing 550. Someone tried to block this connection using spiritual means. A dark energy was cast around their aura. But your light, your spiritual energy, broke through it. That's why the shift began. You might feel exhausted at random times. That's not weakness. That's your spirit battling energies you can't see, but are already defeating. Soon, the lies will fall apart. One by one, the hidden strings will snap. And your name will no longer be whispered in fear, but declared in love. They cried after the argument, yes. But those tears became the waters of rebirth. They are rising now, and they are coming back to you, not broken, but reborn. Type Amen to get blessing 388. A final warning, there is someone close to them pretending to be supportive. Watch for that person. They smile too much when they speak about you, but their heart carries envy. That person is not your friend. Your person will realize this soon. They will cut that connection. And after that, they'll be free to step fully into your light. Stay calm. Trust the process. Your story is not over, it's just beginning. And when they return, you will not only hear the truth, you will feel the truth. They've stopped responding to some messages, not because they've forgotten you, but because every message is being watched. Their phone, their laptop, even their room, it no longer feels like theirs. Every action is being monitored by someone who wants to stop them from choosing you. They've written your name in their journal every day since the argument. Just seeing it on paper gives them a moment of peace, a moment of strength. Because when they remember you, they remember who they are trying to become. They are preparing to tell you everything, every lie they were told about you, every manipulation they now realize was designed to poison their heart. The fog is lifting, and they're beginning to see the truth clearly. Archangel Michael says, they are being spiritually awakened through this chaos. What was meant to break them has instead made them courageous beyond measure. And that courage is guiding them straight to you. Type Amen to get blessing 211. They almost gave up. That night, after the argument, they sat in silence for hours. The voices of their family replayed in their mind like a haunting loop, and the weight of it all nearly made them surrender. But then something changed. A memory of you came through. A time you held their hand, or maybe a small kind word you said. That memory hit like lightning, and in that moment, they decided they could not let go. There's a letter they are writing for you. It's hidden inside a drawer, sealed with hope and fear. When you read it, you'll feel the pain they went through, but you'll also feel the deep love they've carried for you all along. And that letter is almost ready to be sent. Type Amen to get blessing 602. Someone in their family made a threat. Not a loud one, but a quiet, chilling warning. If you choose them, don't expect to be part of this family anymore. That sentence still rings in their ears. It broke them in one way, but also woke them up in another. Because now they see the price of staying silent, the price of being controlled. They've chosen you in their heart. The decision is already made. But now they are carefully, silently, crafting their escape. And you're about to be part of that journey in a way you never imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 317. You'll know when the shift happens. A sudden warmth in your chest. A feeling like someone is standing behind you when no one is there. A quiet whisper in your spirit telling you, they're coming. They're done pretending. Done hiding. Done being who their family wants them to be. And now, they're moving in silence, but with purpose. The same family that told them to walk away from you is about to witness something miraculous. Because love like this can't be silenced. Archangel Michael says, a divine force is clearing a path for this person to return to you, not with chains, but with freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 861. There's a place they keep visiting, a spot that reminds them of you. It might be a bench, a corner cafe, or a quiet street. Each time they go, they feel closer to you, even if you're far. That place has become their secret sanctuary. It's where they pray for you. It's where they dream about a future where you're by their side without fear, without shame, without interference. They're not the same person anymore. The argument shattered their old identity. What remains now is someone braver, stronger, wiser. Someone who's finally ready for the kind of love you've always offered. Type Amen to get blessing 459. They've started removing things from their life. A toxic friend here, a manipulative sibling there. Each step they take is painful but necessary. Because before they can reach you, they must clean the path. And the moment they complete that cleaning, they'll reach out. It may not be with fireworks or dramatic words. It might be as simple as, "Can we talk?" But behind that small message will be a flood of truth. You might be afraid at first. You might hesitate. But you'll feel their energy, and you'll know it's real. They are risking everything to love you in truth. Type Amen to get blessing 709. Their family is already sensing the change. Someone noticed them packing a small bag. Someone overheard a phone call they didn't mean to share. The family is on alert now, desperate to stop what's coming. But it's too late. Their heart has already chosen its direction. And nothing, not even the threat of abandonment, can undo the decision they've made. You were the light that called them out of the storm. And now they're walking toward that light, even if the path is lonely and steep. Archangel Michael says, this is a test, but it's also a transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 520. You felt their absence like a missing heartbeat. It's not in your imagination. Your souls are bound, and their silence is echoing inside you. But that silence is temporary. What's coming next is going to change everything. A confession. A meeting. A reveal. And when it happens, the truth they were forced to hide will no longer be in the shadows. They are ready. They are coming. And your story together is just beginning its most powerful chapter. They've started practicing what they will say to you, over and over in their head, silently, late at night. Every version begins with your name and ends in tears. Because no matter how strong they know they can't just walk back into your life without answers. They know you deserve more than apologies, you deserve the truth. And they're finally prepared to give it to you without filters, without shame, and without fear of who's listening. A small item of yours, maybe a photo, a note, or a scent, is kept close to them. It gives them strength. It reminds them that even though the world turned against this love, the love still lived. Archangel Michael says, heaven is aligning events so perfectly, you won't even believe how easily the next moment unfolds. Type Amen to get blessing 748. Someone tried to delete your presence from their life. Your name was erased from their phone, your pictures removed from the gallery. But none of it worked. Because your memory doesn't live in their devices, it lives in their soul. Even during the worst of the argument, your image remained clear in their mind. The sound of your voice became louder than the voices trying to tear you both apart. And now, that clarity is guiding them home. They've realized that loving you isn't a threat, it's a revolution. One that breaks generational chains, dissolves expectations, and exposes truths that have been hidden for too long. Their family knows it too, and that's what scares them the most. Type Amen to get blessing 199. There was one voice during the fight that pierced deeper than the others. It came from someone they once trusted completely. That voice said, if you walk toward them, don't ever come back. Those words still echo in their heart, but they no longer have power. Instead, those words lit a fire in them. Because now they know what it truly costs to live in someone else's shadow. You gave them courage when no one else did. Even when you were far away, even when you were silent, your presence felt like a shield. That's why they're choosing this battle. Because you never stopped believing in the good inside them, even when they doubted it themselves. They're not just returning to you, they're returning as someone reborn. Type Amen to get blessing 601. Someone has tried to rewrite your story in their mind. They've said things like, "It was never real," or, "They were just using you." But none of those words settled in their soul. Because the truth always leaves a different taste, one that cannot be replaced with lies. This person woke up one morning with your name on their lips. They didn't know why. They just felt it. Like a silent force whispering, "You're not done yet." And they're not. What began as confusion is now crystal clear. You are their compass. And even though storms have thrown them off course, they are navigating back to you with everything they have. Type Amen to get blessing 870. There's someone pretending to protect them, but behind closed doors, they've been fueling the division between you two. This person speaks softly but acts with poison. Their real motive isn't love, it's control. Your person is starting to see that now. They're connecting the dots. Every rumor, every planted doubt, every strange coincidence, they all trace back to this individual. Soon, they'll confront them. And when they do, a storm will be unleashed. But after that storm, clarity will settle. And the road to you will open completely. Archangel Michael says, "Some truths arrive in pain, but they clear the path for joy." Type Amen to get blessing 389. They saw a photo of you recently. And in that 1 second, they broke down. Because your eyes still held the softness they remembered. The kind that made them feel safe. The kind they've been craving in a world full of harsh voices. Your love is still alive in them. Even if no one else sees it. Even if everyone tries to silence it. That love has been quietly fueling their actions. Giving them the strength to walk away from lies. Giving them hope when everything else looked hopeless. And soon, they'll bring that love back to you, not broken, but whole. Type Amen to get blessing 954. They've started setting boundaries. Quietly. Strategically. They've stopped answering certain calls. They've started saying, "No, these may seem like small acts, but for them, it's a revolution." They're learning to choose themselves. And in choosing themselves, they are choosing you. Because you are part of the version of them that is finally honest, finally free, finally alive. They are preparing for the day they stand before you with truth in their eyes. No more pretending. No more running. Just two souls, meeting again, stronger this time. The tears from that argument? They were just the beginning. Now comes the healing. Type Amen to get blessing 147. Someone close to them tried to curse your name, spiritually, energetically, verbally. But the divine realm blocked it. Every attempt to ruin your light backfired. Because the one thing they underestimated was your resilience. You are protected. Every blessing meant for you is being restored. Every injustice is being reversed. And very soon, the one who cried for you will arrive with a testimony that will shatter every lie. Archangel Michael says, "What was once hidden will now be revealed, and no power on earth can stop it."